Okay, boys and girls. So when we left off, I was showing you David, Maria, and Simone's note cards and how much they had shaded. So now we're going to answer the questions in the book. David, Maria, and Simone shaded the same sized index cards for their science project. Look down at 2A through 2D. You are going to choose yes or no to indicate or tell whether the comparisons are correct. So the first one, A, is 2/4 is greater than 2/8. Look at 2/4 and 2/8. Is 2/4 greater than, more than 2/8? If it is, color in the circle for yes. Number 2B. 2/8 is greater than 2/6. Let's look. 2/8, 2/6. Is 2/8 more or less? So when I read that question again, and I look at my 2/8 and my 2/6, 2/8 is greater than 2/6. If it's true, color in yes. If it's not, color in no. Letter C. Now compare 2/6 and 2/4. C says that 2/6 is less than 2/4. If that's correct, color in yes. If it's not correct, color in no. And finally, the last one, 2D, says 2/8 is equal to 2/4. 2/8 is equal to 2/4. If that is correct, color in yes. If it's incorrect, color in no. Number 3. Dan and Miguel are working on the same homework assignment. Dan has finished 1/4 of the assignment. Miguel has finished 3/4 of the assignment. Which statement is correct? Mark all that apply. 2 are correct. So here I drew this earlier and had to redo this video because it was too long again. So I'm trying to hurry a little bit. So here we see Dan shaded in 1 out of 4 and Miguel shaded in 3 out of 4. And we already know that if our denominators are the same, we can just compare our top numbers. So listen as I read and decide if it is correct, then you color in the circle. Miguel has completed the entire assignment. If that is correct, color in circle A. Dan has not completed the entire assignment. If that is correct, color letter B, the circle for letter B. C. Miguel has finished more of the assignment than Dan. If that is correct, color in the circle for C. D. Dan and Miguel have completed equal parts of the assignment. If that is correct, color in the circle for D. If it is not correct, leave it blank. And we're going to go on to number 4. Brian cut 2 peaches that were the same size for lunch. He cut 1 peach into 4ths and the other into 6ths. Brian ate 3/4 of the first peach. His brother ate 5/6 of the second peach. Who ate more peach? It says explain the strategy you used to solve the problem. Instead of explaining it, what you're going to do is you're going to draw 2 circles, and one of those circles is going to be split into 4 equal parts, and the other circle you will cut into 6 equal parts. Go ahead and shade Brian's 3/4. So shade 3 out of 4 pieces of his peach right here. And then it said that his brother ate 5/6 of his peach. So shade in 5 out of 6 pieces of that peach. That's your explanation. And now you just need to answer, who ate more peach, Brian or his brother? Number 5, a nature center offers 2 guided walks. The morning walk is 2/3 of a mile. The evening walk is 3/6 of a mile. Which walk is shorter? It says, explain how you can use the model to find the answer. Instead of explaining, you're going to shade in the model, and that will show me how you got your answer. So I drew what's in your book, and then you're going to label the top one morning and the bottom one evening. And over here you're going to, it says shade in 2/3 of this one and 3/6 of the bottom one. When you finish with that, then you're going to look at that and go back to the question and answer which walk is shorter. So we want the shorter walk. Is it the morning walk or the evening walk? Number 6, Chun lives 3/8 mile from school. Gail lives 5/8 of a mile from school. Use the fractions and symbols to show which distance is longer. Well, boys and girls, our bottom numbers, our denominators are the same, so we only need to compare our numerators, our top numbers. So what I want you to do is write in the first square 5/8, and in the second square write 3/8. Then you are going to insert the greater than or the less than symbol into the circle to show me what is correct. So you just have to put that symbol in. And we're going to go to the next page. Number 7, Mrs. Reed baked 4 pans of lasagna for a family party. Use the rectangles to represent the pans. So we have 4 rectangles at the top of the page, and I have redrawn those on my paper. And it says that at the end of the dinner, equivalent amounts of lasagna in 2 pans were left. Use the models to show the lasagna that might have been left over. Write 2 pairs of equivalent fractions to represent the models. That's not enough information. Oh, I forgot to read that part A. So it says, draw lines to show how Mrs. Reed could cut 1 pan of lasagna into thirds, 1 into fourths, 1 into sixths, and 1 into eighths. So here's what I did. And earlier I didn't have it all shaded in, but this is a redo again of my video. So this one is broken up into 3 equal pieces, and I shaded 1/3. This one is broken up into 4 equal pieces, and I shaded 2 out of 4. This pan I broke up into 6 equal pieces, and I shaded 3 out of 6. And the last pan I cut into 8 equal pieces, and I shaded 4 of those pieces. Now, when I look at these it says write two pairs of equivalent fractions to represent the models. So you're going to look. There's an equivalent fraction to 1/3. Is it 3/4? Are they equal? Is it 3/6? Are these two equal? Or is it 4/8? So you're going to write 1/3 is equal to, and you're going to choose one of these others and write 2/4, 3/6, or 4/8. Then, if you put an X over whatever two you used, then the other two pans should be equal, and you should write that they are equal to each other. Okay. Number 8. Tom rode his horse for 4/6 of a mile. Liz rode her horse for an equal distance. What is an equivalent fraction that describes how far Liz rode? They have the models down below for us, and it says to use them to show your work. So you are going to shade in 4/6 of a mile for Tom. Do that right now. And you are going to put an equal amount for Liz. 4 out of 6 is equal to how many out of 3? Shade them so they look equal and then fill in the number. So you'll write on the line 4/6 is equal to blank thirds. Shade it in so I can see your work. And number 9. Avery prepares 2 equal size oranges for the bats at the zoo. One dish has 3/8 of an orange. Another dish has 2/8 of an orange. Which dish has more orange? It says show your work. But boys and girls, look at the denominators. They're both 8. So when we have the same denominator or a common denominator, then all we have to do is look at our numerators to decide which is more. So you can choose which is more and write it on the line. All right. Have a great afternoon and get outside and enjoy the sunshine.